We jump into our next segment, and I am chatting with Anissa O'Morale, who is the CEO of Toronto Carnival, formerly known as Caribana. We'll find out why in a little bit. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Great to have you here. Now, I lived in Canada years ago, and I had participated in the Carnival festival that was there. At the time, it was known as Caribana, but then the next time I played after that, they had changed the name over to Toronto Carnival. Why was that?
Okay, so Caribana is a trademark, and that trademark no longer is used by the Festival Management Committee,
Right.
sort of like your NCC here. And as a result, Caribana, when we say Caribana, we are touting a brand that no longer gives any money to our community or to the festival. So you're saying cha-ching in somebody else's pocket.
Right.
We are Toronto Caribbean Carnival for people in Toronto, but for everybody else who come to Carnival, we are Toronto Carnival.
Right. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. And well, as you were saying about the name Caribana, again, Caribbean people, we're very accustomed to and comfortable with certain things, certain phrases and such. And, so sometimes if you just ask the layman, have you ever been to the Toronto Carnival? No. Caribana. Oh, Caribana. Yes, sure. And we want to change that narrative because it is now the Toronto Caribbean Carnival.
Yes,
And,
that is correct.
Yeah, and as you were saying, which is very important to me at least, is that it puts money into the community.
That's
Tell us
correct.
about that aspect of it.
Well, Toronto Carnival is the biggest festival in North America of its kind, Caribbean, and it brings into the province of Ontario, the economic impact is $400 million. And when we don't have the right branding, we can't really gain from the economy,
Right.
Our carnival. So you have people who think it's Caribana, they're not sure what they're coming to. So it's really important for us to get the message out there that this is Toronto Carnival. It's the exact same, one and the same thing as the festival that was once known as Caribana.
Right, and you gave a stock figure there. It creates a revenue of about $400 million. That's Canadian dollars, yes?
That is Canadian dollars,
Yeah,
yes.
so that's no lean chunk of money at all.
No, not at all.
It definitely puts the money into the people who go about the process of creating things. The crafts people who make the costumes, the band leaders, as well as vendors and such. So just tell us a little bit more about the economic effect that the Toronto Caribbean Carnival has for that season.
Well, we are 1 month festival, and this year it starts July 3rd, ends August 3rd. We have Junior Pan, we have Junior King and Queen, Junior Parade, and then of course we have the King and Queen, which is our showcase product, and then we have our Grand Parade. After the Grand Parade, we do a cool down with a Rum Fest, Food Fest. So
that's new to me.
Yes. So what we're doing is we're introducing every aspect of Caribbean life into the carnival. We have to have our food, we have to have our music, and of course we have to have our people. What is happening though is we actually have about 1 million people on the road every year.
Wow.
At the Grand Parade. So when I said that you had asked me whether Trinidad Carnival is better, Trinidad Carnival is way better. You guys have been doing it for hundreds of years. We are now going into our 53rd year, but we will definitely surpass in terms of the amount of
The volume,
people
yeah.
that we will have.
With regards to that, Anissa, how difficult is it to get things like permissions? Because I know that's not Canadian culture, it's Caribbean culture that we're bringing to places that don't necessarily have their structure set up to facilitate a carnival, for example. How difficult is that process?
So our government works hand in hand with us, and they recognize our economic impact. And our city works with us, the city of Toronto, our province, Ontario, as well as the federal government, which is Justin Trudeau's government. And we all work hand in hand to be able to put on the festival. Of course, we have a lot more regulations. I mean, we are not allowed to drink on the road.
Yeah, I was about to get
so,
there.
Yeah, so we have to live in that world. We are not able to, for example, put up structures in beaches, etc.
Right.
We have to have a lot of permits way in advance. So our
Right.
planning actually starts 18 months in advance for the next carnival.
Wow. So it's just a year-round process, like continuous. It just never ends because it goes from the planning into getting approvals and such into the actual creation of costumes and vending and venue and everything like that. So
Well, that's right.
it's a huge project.
It is a massive project that we undertake.
Besides the obvious like artists and musicians who would be a part of the festival, are there any other people that you'll work with closely from Trinidad and Tobago, especially from Trinidad and Tobago Carnival?
Yes, so Trinidad and Tobago Carnival gives us information, we share information. I think one of the things that people don't recognize is the carnival industry. Trinidad recognizes the carnival industry. They have created the carnival industry, but this is the best kept secret in North America, that there is a carnival industry. And we need to be able to tout that in North America, because that's the only way for our artisans to be able to make money, our artists to make money, and to do the crossover that I know most of them want to do.
And as you use that word crossover, our Trinidad Carnival is, is focused on soca music and, things that came from here, calypso and such, chutney music as well. But when it comes to the Toronto Caribbean Carnival, there includes more Caribbean islands such as Jamaica and stuff. So when in terms of that, how do you inject the other forms of Caribbean culture into that Caribbean thing, instead of it being, like another Trinidad style of festival?
Well, that's a very good question. What we actually do is we work with all the islands, all of the tourist boards, and we try to inject as much of the other islands. So this year, on the Friday, we don't have a Juve, but Toronto Caribbean Carnival is doing a Jab Jab Juve this year.
Oh, wow.
And that is really from the island of Grenada. On the Friday before Carnival, we do a Friday night mass, which is also from Grenada. In terms of Jamaica, we tout Jamaicans music, we do reggae, etc. on the parade route. So whereas in Trinidad you will never hear a reggae song played, we have reggae as well.
Right.
Also, we include Guadeloupe and all the other islands as much as possible.
That is fantastic. It's all about bringing everybody together, because we are one Caribbean as the Toronto Caribbean Carnival Festival, and it's something to look forward to coming up. When is the dates again?
So the Grand Parade is August 1st, and our Caribana, or Toronto Carnival, formally, Toronto Carnival weekend is July 30th to August 2nd.
All right, fantastic. I want to thank you so much, Anissa Omorali, for joining us this morning, CEO of Toronto Caribbean Carnival, for joining us this morning and sharing. And
I just want to interject, Carrie, that
Yeah.
she's saying that she's gonna get better than Trinidad Carnival, but if without Juve, it's impossible. I'm just gonna leave that there.
Well, you have not played Jab Jab yet, so
I have.
you have to come to Toronto and play Jab Jab.
All right, fine.
we want to thank you. Now we are perilously close to the top of the hour, so we do have to go upstairs to the TTT News Center for the news at 7. We'll be back with much more after that. Stay with us, guys.